I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 146, Paperboy. Released in 1999, this game was developed by High Voltage Software and published by Midway. Aw man, I played so much of the original Paperboy on the NES when I was younger. I honestly would have had no clue this game was on the N64 without this challenge. I remember the NES version being really difficult, but I was also a little kid. I have a feeling this is going to be absolutely nothing like the old game. Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's get into it. This has a single player story mode, so that's what we'll be doing to beat this game. You can play as either Paperboy or Paper Girl. First up was the tutorial. It shows a newspaper cover whenever you enter a level. This is just kind of an open area to get a feel for how the game works. Paperboy can get some serious air on his bike and even do a backflip from flat ground. You throw papers with the R button and you can really let them fly if you spam it. There's also some ramps here where I could get some insane air, but I don't really see how this helps me with delivering the newspaper. I couldn't figure out how to leave, and it ended up being this random chessboard pattern off to the side. Feels like they just threw it in at the last minute. Now time for the first real level, Alphaville. The newspaper says there's a new Paperboy delivering the Daily Sun. It shows a map of the area with all the houses I'm supposed to deliver to in green. So the way it works is you have a time limit to deliver the papers. It has a large arrow pointing to both the mailbox and doorstep of the homes. Since there was so much time available, I would just stop and aim my throw to make sure it hit. You get more points for hitting the mailbox versus the doorstep. Within about a minute or so, I had delivered the last paper, just before their dog came and attacked me. These people need a fence. It shows the map once again, and I had gained 3 new customers in this area. Well, no time to waste, on to level 2, Alice's RV Haven. Unlike the last level that was just a line, this one is more like a semicircle. The place is mostly dirt, but the bike controls all the same here. With just a minute or so, I had already beaten this one as well. However, the next level wasn't available until I had delivered papers to 22 unique customers. This meant I had to revisit a previous one now that I'd unlocked new people to deliver to. So I went back to Alphaville. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and music. The music's very quirky, almost as if it could be the theme song for a cartoon. It kinda sounds like an HD version of SNES music rather than N64 music, honestly. The sound effects certainly give off that cartoon vibe as well. For the graphics, they look pretty poor, but I think that's a design choice rather than that it just didn't age well. It seems the devs fully leaned into the blocky polygon look of N64 games and embraced it. I kind of like it. Now I had unlocked Moose Pellet Park. The newspaper headline said the animals here were seen with bonus coins. Ooh, that sounds interesting. This level was in the shape of a figure 8. Slightly more complex than the others, you know? If you're wondering, this game is not a one-hit death from basically every hazard like the original. Instead, you have a health bar that's very, very forgiving. I feel like it's near impossible to die in one of these levels. In my next run through the level, I whacked a bear with a paper and one of those bonus coins appeared. Each level has 3 in total, so you can grab those as well. This second run unlocked yet another new level, Pelican Beach. This is where things start to get a little bit wacky. Some of the homes are just boats parked out by the pier. If you're not careful, it's likely you'll fall in the water. Once I'd run through that level a couple times, I unlocked yet another neighborhood, Tesla Town. The headline was quite ominous, saying the town obtained a new victim? Oh boy. This town has a grid-like layout, kind of looks like a D-pad. And yeah, those statues are spitting fire. Then at this other house, they had cannons posted out front that were trying to kill me. Overall, I could tell the difficulty was ramping up a bit, but I was still managing. I thought this pattern was just going to keep repeating over and over until the end of the game, but then I reached the next milestone and it said new boss level open. Oh, that sounds different. This one was Dr. Tesla's castle. It said papers won't hurt the boss, but there must be some way to destroy it. You get a brief cutscene with Dr. Tesla reviving his own version of Frankenstein's monster, then it was time to go. Let's just say it wasn't exactly hard to figure out how to damage the boss. There are these electrical rods with shields over them. Every so often the shield would lower and it tries to zap me. By throwing a paper at it, I took a quarter of his health. Once I'd hit them all, the monster was done for. Well, that was certainly different, although it was still quite basic. This opened yet another new level called Construction Junction. Man, this game has a lot of levels. This one had a simple curved path. You'd think this is easy, but the problem is you can't cross over the middle. The time limit could make this one tough. I found a guy robbing a house and he stole their bonus coin. Well, I'll just take that for myself. I'm sure they won't mind. The next level I would hit was Bigfoot Falls. The headline read that Bigfoot was photographed, but I don't see him there, come on. This one was a large round loop with a smaller inner loop. It looks like a Pokeball drawn by a 4-year-old. There were these annoying kids riding around on their toy bikes, so I whacked them with a paper. Even got the delivery counted in the same throw. I went back to Alphaville to unlock the new levels from the earlier ones. Once I'd unlocked all 16 customers here, it said level complete when I viewed it. Still didn't have those bonus coins though. After grinding a bit in Alice's RV park, I unlocked yet another new level, the zoo. Basically, these level layouts are getting to where it takes longer and longer to travel to the different homes. This is kind of an odd zoo though. Most of the animals are just running wild. And why do people even live at the zoo? None of this makes sense. Now it was time for the next boss of the game, Kill a Gorilla. Dr. Tesla's brain was transferred into the gorilla and he stole a girl. Aw man, where have I heard this one before? Right away I found a green potion in the pit. This transformed me into some kind of ogre monster or something, but I still wasn't able to damage the boss. Man, this fight was so janky. There was just no way to get out of the pit cleanly. Not to mention, it didn't really make sense how to deal damage. It turned out there's barrels along the ledge that explode and harm it. So the potions don't even do anything? What is the point? Oh well, at least I won. We had yet another new level, Mount Kablooey. This one kind of has elements of Pelican Beach with the docks and all. There's pirates, monkeys, dolphins jumping across, it's got it all. Some people are sunbathing on the beach, then there's obviously the mountain itself. It's an active volcano, so I have no clue why someone would live on it. After that, it was time for Ghost Town. If this game is seeming a bit repetitive to you, that's because it is. I mean, the new maps are nice and all, but it's really just delivering papers. I don't know why this kid is still taking this job after coming to this place. So many things are just trying to murder him. Like, does he really need the cash that badly? The town's even in the shape of a skull and crossbones. I'd ask my boss to stop delivering here. After a bit more grinding, I'd unlocked Ray Bob's Junkyard. This one was really cramped, just trailers all over the place and, you know, the dangers literally every neighborhood in this universe has. Honestly, this was one of the more boring late game levels. Then you've got Omega City, which has apparently been invaded by aliens. This level has cops in the military going around everywhere, and occasionally, an alien will beam down and try to kill me. But like, the papers still gotta get delivered, right? When I was grinding for the next level, I finally had my first death of the game. Well, that's what it should be, the game says you just got bruised. The kid slams the bike down in a sheer moment of rage. Dang, he's brutal. Well, after delivering papers to 200 unique customers, it was time for the final boss, Invading Neptune. Apparently Paperboy was kidnapped by aliens, so now he's got to stop their evil plans. For the boss, there's an alien brain-like thing in the center guarded by a shield. Every so often, the aliens will beam down and shoot with their ray guns. Also, flying saucers appear sometimes. Basically, just wait till the shield goes down, then whack it with a paper. The hardest part of this fight was honestly the stupid camera. It just does not cooperate in this room, but it's what I had to work with, you know? At least there's plenty of health pickups in the middle. I'm not sure if it's a bug or this is just how the fight is, but the enemies stopped spawning entirely. That was where it became so easy, and I delivered the final blow. It shows a cutscene where the mothership gets whacked by a paper and it kind of implodes on itself. He saved the day! And then the credits play. At the end of the credits, it told me to try entering the cheat code Sunday, so that's what I did. The papers I tossed were absolute units. I guess this is a joke about how the Sunday paper's supposed to be bigger. Either way, it's pretty hilarious to see. I wound up getting all the bonus coins in this level and it unlocked the obstacle course. Oh, I remember these levels from the original. I think I was too young to know what to do though, because I just remember getting wrecked every time. I feel like it doesn't work quite as well in this game though. honestly, none of this Paperboy concept works as well as the original. The bonuses in each level are just variants of this obstacle course, so I didn't complete them all. But yeah, that's about all there is for this one. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it, my journey to beating Paperboy. Man, this game was quite a letdown to me. I used to love the original, but this just doesn't hit the same way at all, you know? Like, yeah, they had to change the formula and 3D was all the hype at the time, but did this really need to get made? It's not necessarily a bad game, but it isn't good either. It just felt incredibly repetitive without any real challenge. I could bump the difficulty from normal to hard, but all that would do is make things deal more damage. The controls are quite janky, the camera sucks, and there's not all that much variety in the gameplay. It's fun enough to mess around with, but I don't see many people getting a lot of fun out of this one. Overall, pretty meh, more on the lower side. I gave it a 3.5 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 3 out of 10 for difficulty. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Have a sneak peek at the next game. So we got 245 on the list. Could be anything. Let's see what it is. 3, 2, 1, go! 193? What's that? Oh, we are playing Shadow Man, which I've never played, but I think this is a mature rated game on the N64. It could be violent. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. It helps the channel a lot. And if you like this series, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one.